Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Troy Johnson. Megan West is off tonight. Mississippi has multiple initiatives to combat human trafficking, including a designated state council, special law enforcement divisions, training programs, and help for victims. Thanks for joining us. I'm Troy Johnson. 16 WAPT's Allie Ware goes behind the scenes of a human trafficking sting operation to learn how state leaders are catching criminals and protecting victims.
Across Mississippi, law enforcement agencies are cracking down on human trafficking. The illegal industry is one of the fastest growing crimes in our state. In a recent sting led by the Mississippi Attorney General's office, an undercover officer sits in a Jackson hotel room while a network of officers from different law enforcement agencies across the state take watch or lure victims in through ads on the dark web. When they show up, instead of being met with an arrest, they're offered help.
We went to the legislature a few years back and said, no longer do you have to prosecute these individuals for prostitution. Okay. So that's been really important because they know when we go in, hey, we're here to help you. We're not coming after you. We're not going to charge you.
Instead of taking the person answering the ad to jail, they bring them to a place where a team of victim services wait to help.
Whenever they come into this environment, you never know what condition somebody is in. They might have medical needs, so we're going to just assess what their immediate needs are and then start addressing those and then engage in a conversation.
With those medical services, tests are performed and results are provided the same day for free.
And then if they are positive for a sexually transmitted infection, we're able to treat them right here. We have the medication on hand where we can provide that treatment, and that's huge because a lot of these people we do encounter, they are able to go to medical. That's usually the only thing they can access sometimes, but they don't know their results.
Victims will also meet an advocate who was rescued from human trafficking.
Do you mind telling me at what age you became a victim for the first time?
Yeah, I was 12, and a lot of times, well, most times, we don't identify as victims because when you're that young, you're super obviously vulnerable and you believe the adults around you.
She tells us from experience that not everyone will want help.
I missed my family, even if they were the ones causing the harm. It's a lot easier to be bound than it is to be free.
Attorney General Lynn Fitch agrees that a lot of people rescued don't identify as victims or even know another way of life.
50% of victims are trafficked by a family member or somebody that they loved and trusted. And I think that is really significant for people across our state to understand. Some of them are 14, 15, but then some of them are toddlers. Some of them are babies.
Since Attorney General Lynn Fitch took office in 2020, her team has made 197 arrests and rescued 374 victims. 23 of those were minors.
Going after those predators.
So far this year, the AG's Office of Human Trafficking efforts have led to 111 arrests and 31 victims rescued. 2 of those were minors.
And they get some therapy.
As an advocate for the victim, this team tries to earn their trust, identify immediate needs, and provide assistance as they show victims there is a way out.
We don't really want anything from her. You know what I mean? She just came from somewhere where she's having to give the most intimate part of her body.
Not everyone will accept a place to stay or is able because they have children or other circumstances.
We are kind of trauma bonding with them in this crisis moment.
But the Center for Violence Prevention says they are committed to following up and offering help, which can often lead to catching their trafficker.
It's an ongoing process. We're going to stay in contact. If somebody leaves this place and goes home or to another location, we try to stay in contact with them.
In this particular operation, titled Operation Coast to Coast, 6 victims were rescued and 1 person was arrested. It was a part of a nationwide operation involving 15 states.
Take them and we want to put them behind bars. So we want them to know if you come to Mississippi and do that, we're going to go after you. We also want to send out that message. If you're a victim in any way, again, we're going to come help you.
The Attorney General says her team is also looking at presenting legislature to expunge some of the criminal records of human trafficking victims so they can get jobs and continue their recovery. Allie Ware, 16, WAPT News.
The Attorney General's office has also launched the Simply Report to provide a tool for anonymously reporting suspected human trafficking.